inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, the rematch of Super Bowl 59. The Chiefs looking for revenge as they host the champs, Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from Kansas City. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special. And needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
This caught right side by Worthy. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's close to another first down. He'll step out right at that first down marker.
A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 29-yard line.
2nd and inches. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. He'll step up and run this.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 2. Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal. That tackle's made at the 10-yard line.
That's good.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now This defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
First down throw, Mahomes. He's got it at the 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
At the Eagles' 3-yard line.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. Zach Long gets in there for the sack, and now it's 3rd and goal.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So can the defense come up with the early stop here on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He pulls it in around the 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
21-yard attempt.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Harrison
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts now. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. He's got room past the 35. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
1st down, Philadelphia.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
That'll be taken in by Barkley. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 37-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Hurts. He's got his tight end, Calcaterra, to the left. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
And it's third down.
Hurts will try it again. That one caught by Smith. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for an Eagles first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And an Eagle first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
A second down throw for Hurts. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it's going to be third down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Open man, Devontae Smith. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. It's the a loose football. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Philadelphia. They'll run with the Clemson product. This is Will Shipley. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
He finds Jahan Dotson. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
First and goal, Philadelphia.
We'll see how much that decision costs them as the game unfolds, but give credit to this defense. They found a way to get off the field. They had their backs against the wall there on the opening drive.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. To the goal line and in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles.
Philadelphia.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles move out to a 7-3 lead.
Eagles 7, Chiefs 3.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready now for their second drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Big play after big play to start this drive. 34 for that one.
Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. Taking off, and he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll be lucky to just get some positive yards out of that one. Out of bounds, pickup of 2.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Into the hands of Juju. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Chiefs are on top. It's now 10-7.
Chiefs 10, Eagles 7.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It is a big play for the Eagles. 35 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. A pass caught by Saquon. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Jalen Watson on the tackle. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and inches at the Chiefs' 5-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now Hurts. He'll get this out to his running back. And beautiful footwork on display. He is in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles are on top. It's 14-10.
14. Chiefs 10.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Nico Remigio to bring it back. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this opening quarter. So 1 quarter in the books in this rematch of Super Bowl 57. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2 as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
That's good.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That's taken in by Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
A 7-yard gain.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
With the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
They put Kelsey in motion. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
On the play. That's another Kansas City Chiefs 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Over the middle, that's the tight end, Gray. brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
On 4th down, Harrison Butker on for the Kansas City field goal. This one from 54 yards out. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 26. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Hurts. Throw across his body is complete. Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a first down for Philly.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Eagles.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Drew Tranquil. A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 13-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. That's Goddard in motion. On 2nd down, Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
And in motion is Brown. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And in motion is Brown. Now Hurts on 4th down. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal. Saquon. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Handoff. That's Dillon running right. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal for Hurts. It is brought in the end zone. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Elliott now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Eagles extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the
line.
KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They put Kelce in motion. A first down throw for Mahomes. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long, and as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I can promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
The coverage right there, and it's knocked away. Incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time, he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And he'll be forced out of bounds. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll bring up second down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
They put Kelce in motion. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Travis Kelce. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
A 52-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chiefs are back within 5.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run. It's Barkley. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Second down throw for Hurts. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Dotson, the man in motion. Third and short, and Hurts will throw. That's complete. Tight end got it. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Philadelphia.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
The first down was brought down at the 23-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And we'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Eagles.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
It is 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Now he takes off, and he'll take this one in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Remigio now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup of 5.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 32-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Throwing is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. Third, they need 8. Now, Mahomes. He'll try and get there on the ground. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come. This 4th down is looming.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
On comes the Chiefs punter. Back deep for Philly, it's Cooper DeJean. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. A 1st down throw for Hurts. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Off he goes. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. And an Eagle 1st down.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A 5-yard gain.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This one from 47 yards out. Elliott's kick is good.
The kick is good.
And the Eagles going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And it'll be brought down shy of the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 6. First down, Philadelphia.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Chiefs offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. throw, left side, is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, KC.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll step up and run.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
Mahomes to throw it on 4th down. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on 4th down.
That's another
Offensively landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And on 3rd down, that ball's incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
On 4th down, Harrison Butker on for the Kansas City field goal. This one from 49. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Chiefs are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Throwing is Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. This one is caught by Dotson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Now Hurts. He's got this complete. That's Smith. And he will go all the way. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead.
Chiefs 19.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Remigio now on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense back onto the field for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Taken down.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
On second down, Mahomes. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big one there on third down. Good for 26 yards.
Good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A loss of 2.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
They'll send Worthy in motion. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
7-yard pickup.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Right back to Kelsey again. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another 1st down.
At the 10-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Quarterbacks are drafted for their coverage ability. We see it year in and year out. Teams want to fortify their pass defense. But when they can come up in run support, it's just an added bonus for a defense. And this young rookie, he was one of the best picks available last year's draft, and we can see why.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They put Kelsey in motion. On 3rd down, Mahomes. That is caught by the tight end, Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Chiefs. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
And Butker on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chiefs are able to edge a bit closer.
Chiefs 26.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here is Shipley on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it'll be second down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And some good blocking, springing up a gain of 9 as we get to third down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, Hurts. That's to the right side, caught by Goedert. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Not much happening there, just a short gain.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 9. Hurts going to keep it on the option. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
On third down, it's Hurts. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On fourth down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Remigio now on the return. He'll get is up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Mahomes. To the left side. It's caught by Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. First down throw there is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he will score. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Here's Butker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs are back within 1 score. It is an 8-point game.
Chiefs 33.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here is Shipley on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Man in motion is Smith. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, Hurts. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That's hard! And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Devontae Smith, touchdown Philadelphia. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
33.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Remigio now on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Check.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's made by Smith-Schuster. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
They put Kelsey in motion. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
And an Eagle first
And at this stage of the game, every 1st down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And nice work there. He'll go into a slide and gain about 7.
A 6-yard pickup.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now a quick throw taken in by Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one's good for 12 and a 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3. Hurts. He takes off. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
That is caught. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down. It's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles are going to extend their lead.
Makes the score Eagles 55, Chiefs 33. Jake Elliott.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They put Kelsey in motion. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
3rd and 5. They put Kelsey in motion. Third and short. Here's Patrick. Open man, right side. He's got it. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll send Worthy in motion. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. The throw on the run is complete, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Patrick to throw. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The Chiefs will set up for the two-point conversion.
Pacheco going to try it on the ground. And he's not going to get in. The decision to go for two doesn't pay off. Unable to cut any further into the deficit. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Going to hold on to this one. And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts. He'll run again. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards. And an Eagle 1st down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll step up and run this. And he will slide at the end, give him about 5. And now it's 3rd down.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
The thing is, the offense comes to the sideline now. The quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Putting the tight end in motion. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. A throw on the move is caught.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice gain.
Second down and 3. Throwing now, Mahomes. Into the hands of Juju. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
He'll hit Kelsey quickly on the RPO, and he's close to another first down. He'll step out right at that first down marker.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Travis Kelce, the intended target. It's second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
This caught right side by Worthy. And nice work after the catch. It stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On third down, Mahomes. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
It's clear from that third down call, Mike, that they had already made up their mind that they would go for it on fourth down. Figured they still have that extra down in their pocket on the defensive side of the field. Now is the time to continue to be aggressive.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have the Chiefs first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Fourth and short, initially, you could tell he's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the first down, and keeps this drive alive.
That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 25-yard line.
Here's second down and 3. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's first and 10. They'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's in! Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is his second touchdown of the afternoon.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here, this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So now it's Buckner following the touchdown to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out, but 1 first down will essentially end the game. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. To the outside, catch made by Brown. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Second down at the 33-yard line.
One of the tight ends motions right. They'll run it here with Saquon. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got his man, it's Smith. And he's into the end zone yet again. Devontae Smith, touchdown Philadelphia. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. On is Elliott to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles are able to extend the lead.
Eagles 62, Chiefs 47. Jake Elliott.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Remigio now on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do. Here is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mahomes back. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here, and they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd down at the 44-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Right back to the air for Mahomes. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.